Sarah Jo here, and in this tutorial, I'm showing you how to sew fold-over elastic. This is a great alternative for hemming knits, so let's get started. Fold-over elastic has a line down the center of the elastic that marks the fold. It's easier to see on colored elastic, but on black elastic, you can see it in the right lighting. The center is woven or knit more loosely, allowing the elastic to fold easier, hence the name fold-over elastic. To begin, measure the elastic. I'm using 3/4 inch width elastic. I'm going to divide that number in half so I get 3/8 of an inch. And then I'll draw a line along the hem of my fabric on the wrong side, 3/8 of an inch from the edge of the fabric. Align one edge of the fold-over elastic with the line you drew and pin it in place. I like to cut my elastic shorter than the fabric to help stop the hem from getting overstretched when it's sewn. Because it's shorter than the fabric, I start pinning at the center of the fabric, then I'll stretch the elastic to meet the edge of the fabric and pin it in place. When I sew, I'll stretch the elastic, not the fabric. Set your machine to a zigzag stitch. Lengthen the stitch slightly to help it feed through the machine easier. Widen the stitch length as well. You may have to test the width on a scrap fabric, but I like to make it about as wide as it goes on my machine. This just helps give the elastic a secure attachment, and it will make the next step easier. Sew the elastic to the fabric, keeping the stitch centered on the elastic. There's no need to backstitch. Gently stretch the elastic to fit the fabric while sewing. Do not stretch the fabric. Flip the fabric so the right side is facing up. Fold the elastic over the raw edge and pin it in place. Again, I like to start at the center and work my way out. Make sure the wide zigzag stitch is covered by the elastic. Adjust your zigzag stitch to the standard width, but keep the length slightly longer. Sew along the edge of the fold-over elastic, centering the zigzag stitch on the edge of the elastic. Stretch the elastic while sewing so it fits the fabric, but don't stretch the fabric. You can see how the stitch just covers the edge on the right side of the fabric. I use contrasting thread so you can see better, but it's recommended to use a color close to the elastic. On this example, I used black thread and you can hardly see the stitching. And that's how you sew fold-over elastic. Happy sewing!